Welcome back, guys, to Super Hostile Online. This is episode number 6. Today, we're gonna do some building in my little weirdly shaped slice of buildable plot area, which I have created all this scaffolding for to figure out the actual shape of. We've got a floating torch on a barrier block. The sun is rising. It's a lovely day. No monsters ever spawn here. It's peaceful and lovely. So here's what it is. Here's what it looks like. This is the terrain I've developed. I've dug up so much sand, it's ridiculous. I went back to the dungeon, specifically for normal sand, and I think I exited that run with 20 stacks of sand. And then I went to the top of the East Commons, and I probably dug up 50 or 60 or 70, something like that, stacks of sand. A lot of red sand. And that took a few trips, but I dug it all up. And so we have a terrain here, because I can't make pickaxes enough. I mean, I can make pickaxes, but they're expensive because wood is hard to come by. So using any kind of block that requires a pickaxe to harvest, that's something I only want to do once I really know what we're doing. So I really like the way that the terrain is looking. It looks like a slice, like we took it, like we have a terrain down there, we just sliced it up, and we planted it up here. And what I was originally going to do is to have like a wizard tower kind of structure, not just straight up and down, but kind of rickety and leaning to and fro. Imagine the Weasley's house from Harry Potter, how it was sort of just like one room stacked on top of another, ad hoc, as you will, with no real planning in mind. I want to do something kind of reminiscent of that just sort of stretches up into the sky. So yeah, I was going to start with this circle-based shape, just a very rough idea. And then I had the idea, looking at the terrain. I was looking at the terrain, I'm like, yeah, this terrain looks like we sliced it. Whoa! What was that? Was there... Oh, there might be an invisible block here. Sometimes, this happens in Minecraft sometimes. If you break things too fast, or on a server if there's lag, a block will appear to be invisible, like it's gone, like you harvested it, but it's still there technically. I don't know why I should have taken damage there. Anyway, I had the idea, we can do more than just have the terrain sliced like this. We can have the entire building sliced. So we're going to have this circular shape that's going to stretch upwards, but the base of the tower is going to be a much larger shape, which will be sliced off, like we just cut this area out of the ground somewhere else. So this will be hollow, so someone like over there, for instance, will be able to look into my house, because there will be no wall here, like we just sliced it off. So we're going to make sort of a base that's going to be about this size, and I'm going to use plots, plotz.co.uk, and I'm going to use the torus option. This is a circle with a radius of 25 and a diameter or thickness of 12 and a precision of 6. That's what we're going to start with. Then we're going to build that up. By the way, I got another gift, sort of. Whoop. Okay, lag. I got another gift from a player on the server, some rail lines and a minecart, and this is from Geek of Many Topics. He says basically that Vechs gave him permission to make a custom dungeon in the south area of the East Commons, which has some kind of custom loot that his guild is providing. So we're probably going to go check that out later. That sounds interesting. Okay, and there's the coordinates. We'll go check that out in a minute. And because the East Commons is changing so much, it might not always be around. Whoops, someone just attuned. Probably not for the first time. So here's, I don't have any sand left. I used all my sand. I've got all this stone or clay for the ground. But for the dome itself, let's see, we could use some andesite. Okay, that's a pretty cool start. Ran out of blocks there. I actually had to go get more. I used 4 wood pickaxes to go get more andesite. Yeah, andesite. And I've run out, but we've got to rebuild the, I guess we'll just call it the cylinder, the base of the tower or whatever. let's dig a little hole through here. This won't be the main entrance. I just need to be able to walk through here for now and look at the inside. So you can see, it's going to be just sort of open on this side. We can get rid of a lot of this sand and move our storage and all that kind of stuff in here eventually. And we'll build a path to the little teleporter that lets you in the plot in the fullness of time. So here's our sort of the palette we're going for. These colors are more or less going to be the ones on the ground. I don't know about the yellow, but definitely the greens and maybe this one. And we need to pick a block type to base the tower on. By the way, this is just a basic shape to base what we're going to build the thing with, right? This is just basic shape. We're going to detail it, carve it out, add some different blocks to it. In particular, we're going to use this in places. And we're also, I think we're going to use one of these wood types as a detail block for this. We'll just call it the dome. We'll just use a simple word. I don't know what else to call it, the dome, the base of the house or whatever. I think this one is pretty good for that. The dark oak wood slabs. I think I can farm these in the golden jungle. So I should be able to get a lot of those. I think that looks good together. Okay, so let's chop these guys out of here. I need to rebuild the cylinder. Just call it the cylinder and the dome. Keep it simple. And looking at these color types, the options here. Okay, let's get rid of that. We need some contrast with this, contrast with that, and contrast with the greens and whatnot. All right, let's get rid of this. I think it's going to be... I think we'll just make it out of the good old default oak. The oak color, the original wood color. Okay, so we need a lot of slabs. To the golden jungle we go. I looked around for oak slabs. I can't find them anywhere, and I don't have many in my inventory, which makes me think that I got those from actual wood planks and wood blocks and whatnot. But jungle slabs are pretty close, so I guess we'll go with those, which means we need to do some chopping down. I kind of like this aspect of the server. Blocks are hard to get, which means the things I build that kind of gives value to them, right? So the more rare the block, the more special of a place it's going to have on the house. I can get a lot of these slabs, so they're going to be a basic building block. Same with andesite. And there are some blocks that are kind of hard to get, like I think it's called prismarine. Is that the blue block that is in the underground temple, underwater things? I think it's prismarine. Those are pretty hard to get. I think you can only get those, at least so far on the server, you can only get those on a section of the jungle I have actually yet to go to. There's a optional part of floor 3 of the dungeon that is supposed to be pretty hard. I've heard it has a bunch of poison spiders and stuff, and it also has some rare blocks for building. They're basically bling. They're there to say, hey, look, I conquered this. I'm putting this on my plot so you can see I did this thing. So I guess we're gonna chop down a whole bunch of this and add this to the house. And as I get rarer blocks, we will add those kind of like in special spots, more prominent places. And the house that we build will sort of be a living record of all the things we've done and the places we've conquered in Super Hostile Online. That's a pretty cool idea, huh? Well, just about out of tree, which means now it's time that we fight. I think, yeah, he's gonna be able to get up here now. Boink! Not anymore, sucker! I've developed a welcoming squad. Let's go ahead and top off ye old saturation. I'm almost out of... I got 2 more mushroom sets left. I guess we could deal with that. I thought I saw... Yeah, there's Creeper. Get him knocked back. The only useful use for knockback, I guess, at this point. Bam! Give me them loots. Free bread. Okay. Hopefully the coast will stay clear long enough for me to finish off the tree. My inventory is basically filled with jungle slabs, which should be enough to set us up for now, at least. Okie dokie. So after some mining up with some blocks and some chopping down of some trees, I managed to build the dome and the bases of the tower. It made the tower a little bit narrower because it was a little bit bigger. We're just sketching here, right? This is the equivalent of getting a sheet of paper and like kind of scribbling a round shape and then a rectangular shape with then a line through it for where the floor is going to go, that kind of thing. Now we can start adding some detail to it. So right here where these planks, where these slabs are, that's where our buildable area is going to get constrained. So I think up until that spot, I want to have sort of a like a squarish room on top of that, and then a more windy tower going up into that section. We'll get to that later, though. I think what I want to do a little bit of detailing in here. I used up most of my dark oak wood slabs, putting a floor in on this side. And I've got enough space here to have two different basements with mushrooms growing. And I've built up the terrain enough that I can have basically a mushroom farm under the entire plot, except for where this dry riverbed thing is. I could have a mushroom farm there and there. The mushroom farm I do have, I don't think is really big enough to sustain my need for food. I am accumulating a lot of steak, but I would like to save that for when I need it. I've harvested this like once every few hours, and I'm kind of blowing through the food, just kind of fiddling around here faster than it can grow. So we're gonna expand that to essentially be under the entire thing. But I want to try some detail-y stuff. I want to carve out the lower level here. Eventually, I want to put a big kind of triangular roof on the thing, too, like a big cone. But that'll be another day. So I think what we'll do, let's try this. Let's inset this wall here, one block. Oh, wood tools. This is like playing in alpha or beta all over again. This is actually way faster than playing in beta, if you're curious. Okay, how does this look as a column block? Or is it gonna be the wrong color? We could set it offset it with some contrast here. Something like that, with these sandstony dudes, which I think somebody left these in my mailbox. I don't think I got these from the dungeon, which is where I believe they came from. And maybe at some point, as we build more stuff up there, we'll need like some kind of flying buttress coming off the side to support all that stuff, and it could line up with this. So if that's what these torches are for, it would be like here or something. And let's put a torch and just put a block like that, kind of like that sort of thing. Eventually. Yeah, I think that's a good start. Need to start varying up the detail. But I'm all out of dark oak wood slabs. I need to go farm up some more of those too. I ran out of stone axes because I farmed up everything I had. But I've done enough building. It takes a while to get blocks on this server. I want to go try out that little mini dungeon that Geek of Many Topics made. So let's head over there and check it out. Okay, just a minute before we go. Check out the detailing. I think this is starting to look nice. It looked like a shapeless mass, which is kind of what it was. Started to mess around with the blocks, and yeah, it's starting to look pretty cool. Okay, anyway, let's get on to some monster killing. Alright, so this is it. These are the coordinates that were given in the book. Dangerous ritual circle, do not touch. Well, obviously you're supposed to touch it. I assume it's going to teleport us because it said a dungeon. I don't think it's going to spawn something. Okay, well, here we go. Oop, alright. Alright, so we're in a dungeon. Oh yeah, and I'm not supposed to take any of these blocks. I would like these blocks for my house, but we're not supposed to take them. So I won't. We are not in adventure mode or anything like that, though, so I can light it up, but I assume it will be respawning. We are... Oh, I guess it just sent us, we're directly beneath that teleport spot. Okay, so let's just go slowly. See what we see. I do have torches and stuff. But they said not to take blocks. Maybe it doesn't respawn. And there is a creeper there, so maybe I'll just take whatever I use, or whatever I place, I will pick back up as I move my way through it. I'm not really sure if this one respawns. Oh, there's a chest there. Okay, 3 blocks placed, 3 blocks taken. It's like we're going camping. That looks like a spot for... Oh, that's just a design. Looks like a spot for monsters. Okay. Okay, just a cave. Oh, there's a chest there. So I think we're allowed to take loot. I don't know if it respawns. I didn't see any signs regarding that. How to use spell fireball. We got a spell book. Zisteau, I have sensed that you are gifted. Oh, is this just for me, this dungeon? Oh, I didn't know that. Decided to gift you this fireball spell book. Not a very powerful spell. It might prove useful. And you will find entertainment with it at the very least. Cool. Okay, let me take my axe back. We will fiddle with that later. I'll just leave the chest, I suppose. This cool little area. I wonder, I guess there's no custom enemies. Am I not supposed to place blocks? How else would I get through here? I guess, would I climb up the vines? No, I would have to place a block to get across there, right? And I don't see any other items. Man, I really want to take all these blocks, but I'm not allowed to. Take your treasure and leave this... Whoa! Whoa! We are the members of the Spellbound Order. Thank you for all the time and effort you put in your videos. These are all the people. You give many topics. Cheese Ninja Master. People. Is this all for me? I guess so. Tell you what, I think other people can probably run through here, so I will leave some loot for other people. I want to take some of that food. I'll take a blank iron sword. I'll take some rails. I'll take some of the loot, but not all of it. I'll take some of this. I will take the stained clay. Maybe I'm taking all of it. I'll take stall. And the jukebox is pretty... I'll take the jukebox. Okay, so anybody else who comes through here, I'm assuming they can take some of this stuff, I guess. I would say don't take all of it. Unless the command block only lets me through. That might make sense why there's still stuff in here. Otherwise, people would have taken it all, huh? There we go. All right. Dangerous ritual circle. Turns out not very dangerous. I killed one skeleton the entire time. I guess it was relying on natural spawns, and there weren't really many of them, so I've got more stuff, huh? Whoa, lag! Super speed creeper! Super speed creeper! Block him! Yeah. Instinct. Reactions. Otherwise failing to keep them at the proper distance. So I switched to creative mode because I'm a mod on the server, and I checked the command block that teleported me here. Turns out I'm the only one allowed to come down here, which is kind of, I guess, a shame because this is cool. But if you did let everyone on the server down here, they would definitely... Somebody would steal these blocks, for sure. That would definitely happen. This is a pretty cool little area, though, I have to say. So I guess I'm going to take all this stuff. Boink! Did that end up blocked or not? Yep, get wrecked. Get down there. I guess I'll kill you. Yoinks! Oh, bounced off your head. Okay, he's right here. Got you! You drop anything? If I was to come down here, how would I get out? Let's go look over here, maybe real quickly. Maybe there's something in these little corners. I guess I could swim up that water. Okay, no, there's nothing over here. I guess you would have to climb up the vines and do a little jumpy jump to get across to the end. I don't feel totally comfortable taking all of this free loot that other people have a hard time acquiring, so I may do something community-minded with some of it. But I guess for now I'll take it. Like stuff like this is basically a worthless item. The sign is not very valuable, but the records are valuable. The jukebox is certainly valuable. What else is valuable? I guess there's not that much. I mean, the food and the charcoal is certainly pretty awesome. I guess I'll just carry as much of usefulness, enough usefulness stuff as I can. This drops from the guys in the dungeon anyway. Cat's cookie, melon, stone axe, golden pick. Ooh, golden pickaxe. Hello. So I spent some time fiddling around with the spell book, and I set up a bunch of these things, and they spawn right above your head, I guess. And I'm not sure how much damage they've done. I haven't actually shot them at an enemy yet, But what I did discover is that they don't... Oh, okay, he died of fire damage. They don't appear to despawn. Actually, I think fire tick might be off. Which means, will this fire just stick around forever? I suppose I should douse it. I put about 15 or 20 of these things up on my plot and just waited for like a day and a half in Minecraft time. And none of them disappeared. And you can also use them to like do a ricochet combo kind of thing. Hit one into another. So I don't know how effective they're actually going to be. Ooh, the sun is setting. I don't know how effective they're going to be against monsters. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's try to hit it into that one. Okay, missed. Whoops. Okay, I don't want to do that. Maybe, what if I look straight down? Will the fireball cast lower? No. Does not appear that way. And I think it shoots just like the gassed fireballs. These are fire charges. Yeah, okay, we got it. Awesome. Ooh, and the night is falling, which means monsters. Okay, zombie. Let's see how you deal with this. And not a single one hit him. Okay, let's try again. Okay, nothing happened there. Hiya! Maybe I just hit him with the book. Hit him! No, fireball, shoot! Pow! Got you! Yeah, I don't think these things do really much damage. I guess they set stuff on fire. Got you! Yeah, and he's dead. Yes! Oh, success! We killed something. Alright, skeleton over there's got an enchanted bow, which means he's probably not gonna drop one. And I guess we just have to have our... Yeah, hit him! We have to have our cursor aimed right at the guy. Okay, one more. I guess I don't have to jump, do I? Jumping unnecessary. Just look straight at him. It's really hard to aim these things. Jackpot! Oh, bullseye. Okay, one more. Oh, I killed him! But if he dropped anything, it probably just burnt up. Yeah, a little side effect, I guess. Oh, there's a spider. I think the spider's dead. Okay, here's the test. Let's see if I can cause a huge chain reaction. Okay, I gotta aim up a little bit higher. Like that? Ah, too high. Dang it. Okay, these things are not the most accurate weapon I've ever shot or seen. There we go. Okay, a minor chain reaction. So that about wraps up this episode of Super Hostile Online. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what kind of things you would like to see for these videos. Would you like to see building? You want to see me take on dangerous parts of the dungeon? You want to see me tweak Vechs's nose a little bit? A little bit. I might want to do that just a little bit. There is a section of the dungeon I have yet to see that is supposed to be really hard. The hardest section on floor 3. Maybe we'll go do that next time. And we'll continue building. And we'll continue exploring and doing other sandboxy stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.